A lot of people confuse vulnerability with weakness, and this is not only untrue, but it's an anti-truth. It's the opposite of the truth. Vulnerability is not an act of weakness. Vulnerability is an act of strength. The reason is because when you choose to be vulnerable, what you are philosophically saying is, I'm going to have the courage and strength to be my full self, and that makes me vulnerable because I am arming you with the truth about myself, which you could then, in theory, use to take advantage of me. However, because I am strong, because I have fortitude, because I have strength, I know that if that happens, if you take advantage of me, I am going to be just fine. I'm willing to take that risk because if you take advantage of me, I have the strength to handle it. But if you don't, then maybe we can have a genuine connection, and that risk is worth it for me. It's easy to see then that one's level of vulnerability is actually tied to one's level of strength. In other words, only the strong can be truly vulnerable because they know that they are strong enough to deal with the potential of being taken advantage of. And if you're not, then you're just naive. If you're vulnerable and you are not strong, then you are simply naive, because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable in a position where you know, or maybe you don't know, but in either case, you can be taken advantage of and you can't recover from it. So that's not an act of strength or courage at that point. It's an act of foolishness. But what's the outer limits of that? If only the strong could be vulnerable, what's the outer limits of that? Let's put that to the extreme. Well, it's an act of strength to open up in front of one person. In other words, it's an act of strength and courage to be genuinely yourself in front of one person. But what about opening up to the entire world? What about genuinely being yourself? What about living according to nature? Not only in front of one person, not only in front of your family or your close friends, but what about doing it to the world itself? Then, not only one person could take advantage of you because of the truth that they know, because of your truth, but the whole damn world could take advantage of you. You might ask, well, how could one open up to the world? But let's go back to that definition. That really what opening up is living according to nature. It's the Stoic doctrine. That means honoring who you are and being genuine to yourself at all levels of analysis. Who you are as an individual, who you are in relationship to everyone else, who you are in relationship to reality herself, to the cosmos. What do you like? What defines your personality? But if you do that, you not only open yourself up to a deeper connection with one person, but to the cosmos herself. Living according to nature opens you up to the potential to making connection with everything. And that is, in the Stoic sense, God, because God, in the Stoic sense, is natural. It includes everything that exists, including other people, including animals, including inanimate objects, including the stars, including the universe. And so living according to nature, which is being genuinely yourself, which is an act of strength and also of vulnerability, opens you up to the potential to making connections with literally everything that exists, which is God, again, in the Stoic sense.